Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It's Memorial Day, a day which I don't usually do live broadcasts. However, today is different because I figured I'd want to catch up a little bit on some of the comments and also just interact here with you guys for a brief moment in time here and see what's going on and see how your weekend has been going. It's a long weekend here in the United States. Today is a holiday. We remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our lives here in the United States. Silver Wolverine is first, and Funkdad Forcelli was a close second first. But yeah, Ed Mull is here, and so we got some folks popping in here. Chuck in La Plata is here, who's no longer in La Plata, from what I understand. But anyway, so yeah, so we thought, see, yesterday we did a live stream, and we had sort of a hangout type situation, something a little bit different. That's something that actually works now. And it didn't work in the past where I could put a link and people could come in. But I figured, you know what, let's just go back and catch up on some of these comments rather than me just doing it. I figured I'd have you guys come along with me. And we got some good folks swinging in here. Translogic is here. The Jackie Bear is here. Brother Sal. Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you, Chuck. Yes, he's talking about the earlier video. And Mark B is here. Hello. Well, good to see you. Thank you for being nice to me. Well, thank you for being nice to me, Mark. I appreciate it. And I really appreciate your viewership, sir. It's an honor to have you. And Silver Magpie is here. Hello. Good evening to East Stars and Narmer Man. Indeed. Good to see you, good folks. Slacker Stacker is here. So we're going to just kind of go through here. And this is something that I've, tried to keep up with these comments, but, it's one of those things. It's better to do live while I'm here, just to take a little time out so that I can interact with you guys and shout your channels out, something we didn't get a chance to do yesterday. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to do it today here. Very, very good on this nice Memorial Day. And Mr. Eminem 911 is here. Good to see you, sir. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. He recently posted a cool video of some very detailed coin, and I'll let you guys check his channel out to see that. Sugar Baby Diaries is here. Hey, good to see you. Hey, handsome. She must have saw the video where I showed my legs while I was mowing my lawn, and that just probably just brought her over the edge. And she could not resist the sexiness. Now, of course, I'm kidding, Sugar Baby Diaries, but thank you. You're very nice and kind. Appreciate you swinging by here. And so indeed, so here we go. We're going to roll on through here. And let's get to where we can see the comments popping through. A lot has transpired. I've tried to keep up with some of these things, but the weekend's been kind of crazy. All right, hot legs. All right, yum, yum. There you go. My pasty white legs. Man, I need a tan. All right, Tricky Guy is here. Good to see you, Tricky Guy. I'm late for a very important date. Well, we're just glad you're here. Health Babe is here. Yes, no worries. Yeah, Health Babe came into our live yesterday and had some issues, but we're glad. We're going to do that again, by the way. Now that works, we're going to take some times, and I'm going to post a link, and we're going to have a little hangout. In other words, you guys can join in, and we can interact with each other here in video. So those of you who know how to do that can do that. We'd love to have you in. We had Health Babe in for a moment. We had others. Slacker Stacker was in for a little bit. He had some issues too, lots of delay, but typically it works out well if things work out on your end there with the connections or something. So here we go. Let's get this. We were all caught up here. We're back down where we can do this comment review and have a little good time and interact with you guys here. So on how do you know when you have, I posted a video about how do you know when you have too much silver, and I knew it would get some dislikes because that's preposterous to ever propose an idea that, hey, one could possibly have too much, but sometimes anything can be too much depending on the person, and if you don't have a place to store it or what have you, then it could be an issue. But so here we go. Tomoko's Enterprise says, never. I'm just an older widower that is leaving mine behind for others to make the decisions on what to do with it all. Well, there you go. As long as you have a place to store it and a way to do it, that's great, Tomoko. Dean, there, you've got a good thing going there, and I imagine you do have a good way to store it and everything like that, so that's great. Food Stamp Sent his greetings and support with a comment there. Thank you, sir. By the way, speaking of, yesterday in the live stream, we addressed a troll. Well, since then, I've had other troll comments. We're gonna see those come up, and it's gonna be quite amusing to see those. Silver Granny's here with 2 thumbs up. Appreciate it. And yes, and Oaksy88 is here. He's been too tired lately, but hey, thank you for popping in. I know it's late over there, so I understand, Oaksy. I just appreciate you being here, sir. All right, moving on. Silver Shooter says, I spent all my money on silver and now I'm broke. Thanks, butthole. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Well, that's one of the lessons in the video, is to not overextend yourself. You have to have a contingency plan. And Sugar Baby Diaries is smart. She actually has contingency plans on her financial life too. And so yes, lessons learned. Always have a backup plan for sure. Don't ever put all your eggs in one basket. And especially because eggs never come in baskets. They come in cartons. So you can have all your eggs in one carton, but not in one basket. Silver JJ says, wow, that's dense. Yes, talking about the tungsten full stack video that I recently recommunitized, posted in the community feed. People are watching it again. It's the largest tungsten stack on YouTube, by the way, guys. If you get a chance, check out my tungsten full stack video if you haven't. It's probably, but that's the one. Of course, it's not a really big. That's not much to brag about because tungsten's relatively cheap and not many people. I'm weird like that. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, all right. The Stacking Nerd is here. Good to see the Stacking Nerd. Silver Wolverine says, great points. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate you watching and understanding, because I know it probably would offend some people, especially in the community, being silver stackers and all, but I think you understand what I was going for. Definitely not against silver, but anyways, but all right. Chef Capone Jr. says, I wish I had too much silver. Sal, I keep a log and all my receipts, so I know how much I have and also know how to pay for the silver. Thanks, Sal. Well, very good. I would keep a log, Chef Capone Jr., but there's not enough room in my house to store a full log in here. I got a couple of slats of wood laying around, but not a full log. All right, happy Memorial Day to you, Fibs 1618358. Appreciate it. Happy Memorial Day to you, my friend. David Argento says, if I was able to really load up in silver, I would make sure that a high percentage of government-emitted coins where you at least get that dollar over if you have to sell. Monster boxes of Eagles, Maples, and Philharmonics. If you really have to have bars, get the recognizable stuff, 10 ounce and kilos, 100 ounce only. At that point, you have so massive a silver stack, 1 ounce bars would be a headache to just deal with for many. Just a thought. Well, good thought, David. That's actually a good way to think, get the stuff that's recognizable, stuff that's highly liquid. That's right. Health Babe says, yes, that's how we trigger the trolls. Indeed. Exactly right. All right. Slacker Stacker, appreciate you coming on, my friend. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Have a great Memorial Day. Pilot Dude is here, and he says crypto crash. Yeah, I did check yesterday, and Bitcoin was at 7,000. So I don't know where it's at today, but yeah, it's pretty volatile. It's pretty crazy. It's a speculative asset, though, so that's what's going on. Depends on your reason for having it, on the how do you know you have too much silver. I want to get enough through an emergency. SHTF, barter money, 150 ounces is my goal for now, and I'm almost there. Very good. Well, good job. That's great. You're on your way there, Narmer, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Who is here? He says there's placer deposits in every county in Wisconsin, but none in abundance. I'm in Polk County, and there's more glacial deposits here. Yeah, wow. That's cool. Yeah, if you can find a way to extract those and get those out. Silver Shooter is here. Good to see you, Silver Shooter. Oh, 7,093. Okay. Thanks, Pilot Dude, for the update on Bitcoin there. Very good. Looking to OMISE go. Okay, cool. All right. So the Jackie Bear says, nice. Too much silver is a problem I think I would love to have. Amen, brother. I know what you mean. And by the way, I'm not saying I have too much, but I think I'm a little off kilter with my gold. If you know what I'm saying. Yes, Michael Sorrell was here. Hope you were well. Missed you the last few days. Well, I'm here. Still posting, but we're glad you're back. Silver Speed is here. Hello, Silver Speed. Good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you. Armando Martinez, or never too much, he says, commenting on this video. Very good. I don't have near enough, says John Harley, but he's been doing good. He's been getting 10-ounce bars and other pieces. Check his channel out. You'll see that. He got a nice fine mint piece from AppMex. CoinStack says when spot price drops. Is when you, how do you know when you have too much? There you go. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's the thing. That's what happens. And that's a good point, CoinStacks, actually. Very good. Italian G says the whole concept is very interesting. I think goals also help determine how large your stack should be. Assuming they're funds and storage space, it's hard to put an exact number of ounces, though. That's right. And Italian G is also inside the chat here, and he says, best advice is don't try to buy everything that comes out. That is a common mistake. That's right. Yes. Sugar Baby Diaries only has 5 ounces of silver. Donations welcome. Hey, there we go. Yeah. There you go. She probably has more gold than silver. So she needs to increase her silver stack. That's right. All right. Hit her up. How can you refuse those legs? That's right. Exactly. Let's see. All right. Very good. Thank you, Tomoko's Enterprise. I wanted to say how much I respect all service folks on both sides of our border. Thank you, Dean. Yes, indeed. Thank you for the sacrifice for the Canadian soldiers and for our we were allies in World War II and in many conflicts since then. So yes, indeed. Heat wave in Wisconsin, only 95 today, hotter than a June bride. That's amazing, Silver Badger. I heard about that too. None ounces of silver in my stack. Oh my goodness. No wonder why your name's None. Well, there's always a beginning, and you can always get 1/10 of an ounce or an ounce, you know, to, I hope you were able to get some, get a little silver in your pocket. All right, let's see here. Okay, moving on up here. Mikey V says there's no such thing as too much silver, but if you think there is, my address is on the info tab, and I'd be glad to take some of it off your hands. There you go. All right. Yeah, wow. And if it's actual, okay, not an actual address, a box at the UPS store. Okay, very good. All right, thank you. All right. Dixie Silver Miner says when you need to make more storage room for your gold is when you don't have too much silver. There you go. Exactly. All right. Okay, moving on up. Jet Shack says the only people who know for sure are the Hunt brothers. According to the elites, they had way too much silver for their liking, so they were ruined. That's right. Oh my gosh, they tried to corner the market. The dailycoin.org says, is that title a trick question? Yeah, hey, well, yeah, I understand why it would be. Chuck Delano is here. Long time no see. Chuck, good to see you. Repeal 16 says someone keeps buying out the local shops down here in Palm Beach. They buy it all at $16.59. Wow. Okay, so None has gold only. Okay, only gold. Okay, cool. Max Rodinger says 1,000 ounces is my goal, and I probably won't stop there. I might slow down and start putting more into gold by then. And the prices are still low at the time. Remember rule of acquisition, 115, greed is eternal. Okay. Tricky Guy says, if you live long enough, your head eventually grows silver hair. Talk about having metal on the mind. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Adrian, FC82 is here. All right, good to see you. Yo, peeps, he says. The wonderful Tessa Cunningham comments and says, I will leave this comment before I even watch the video. So title alone, never. You can never have too much silver. Hedge for the future. Now to watch the video. Watched, and these are my thoughts. I like your reasons. I don't have any of those problems, but I like your reasons. I'm putting some aside for the kids and grandkids and have some set aside for me if I need to use it. That's why I bought it. If I don't need it, then it's more for the kids. I will have to leave a stipulation that the best fighter wins and have them all duke it out in the ring. Who wants the most? Just kidding. I budget silver in when I figure my bills out. To me, it's a necessity, a just in case type of thing. Just in case the fiat dollar goes away, which has nothing backing it anyway. Now to get the store to realize gold and silver is actually money and not a pretty trinket. If you run out of room to store it, you get a bigger safe. Well, good points, Tessa. You're right. Thank you very much. And it's cool to see how it transitions from you leave a comment, your thoughts before and then after watching the video. That's pretty cool. Thank you for that. All is one now. Good to see you, sir. Welcome in. Appreciate it, my friend. Yes, indeed. Good to see all as one now. Oh, Funkted Forcelli would like a weight set made of silver. I would too. That way I'd be more inclined to work out. Good idea. Okay. Like number 31 says Crizzy 100. Thank you, Crizzy. Good to see you. I know how to tell if I'm broke. I'm watching this video. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Crizzy. Silver Badger chimes in here and says, great video, Sal. I am cost averaging physical silver as a store of wealth. Have some gold ETFs that I can sell on a moment's notice if a huge spike occurs. My wife recently asked a great question, maybe a topic you can cover in a future video. How is our daughter in 30 to 40 years going to know how and where to sell this wealth? A large mix of bars, bullion, premium coins. Personally, I have a written note in my safe explaining some of the websites. Who knows if they will be around in 3 decades, in categories of the silver to guide her. Well, that's a good question, Silver Badger. And yeah, let me think on that, and I will write this down. How to sell silver in 30 years. Silver Badger. I'll have to think on that one. Good question. Very good. Someone had a hole in their toga pocket on the ancient 1 ounce gold coin video. Thank you, tricky guy. Good. It's probably what happened. Royal Mesh says, gotta say, besides silver being undervalued and manipulated to one day being a big payoff, there's not much hype besides collecting coins other than the stack. Gold is where it's at. All right, very good. Okay. And very good. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Tricky guy says, I didn't know cows had a league. I don't want to milk you for an explanation, but I'm utterly surprised at you, Sal. You should have an entire league of all of your own of cows. Well, I've got one that looks like a Holstein cow, a cross between a panda and a Holstein cow. It's called Salt Eating Kitty. Number 1, pumping silver. All right. Never enough, but I like to buy gold too, says Beach on Silver. You know what I forgot with this live stream? And I apologize for this, but I got to get me some coffee. So you guys, I'll be right back. Hold down the fort. If anybody asks why is it silent, somebody say that I'll be right back. I'm getting coffee. So I'll be right back. I'm getting coffee. Be back. Do you guys remember that time when I said I had to go and get some coffee and now I would be right back? Remember that? Seems like it's been so long ago. You know what I mean? And well, I'm here. And some people didn't even know I left and like, what's going on? What's going on? And I mentioned that I was going to be gone for a while. Yeah, there we go. A moment of silence for Black Silk. There we go. Now we know. All right. Well, I'm back. I'm back indeed. I am here. Sorry for my absence. You know what I'm saying? I am sorry. Okay, here we go. Nah, I mean, says when you stop enjoying buying those exquisite 1 gram bars on eBay for $26 an ounce. Yeah, wow. There you go. That's when you know you have too much. Mr. Sting 17 says, I'll have enough silver when Silver Slacker or Shadow Stack gives me 5% of their stack. Wow, that's right. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Sting. That's funny. Havage Horst 120 says, when it gets too heavy, that my floor cracks and the building collapses. That's when you know you have too much silver. That's a good one. That's awesome. You know, I should collect these and make a video of some of your responses. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Yes, had a pot ready to go. Yeah, I just had to microwave it a little bit, heat it up a little bit. Don't be Sal. Yes, don't be me. Shazam. He is back. I'm back. My mic is fixed. Translogic says on the chat side, new to stacking, buying on dips, but really enjoying it. Have a growing base of boring ASCs and enjoy building a one of each collection of a few series to keep it interesting. Well, that's awesome, Translogic. That is what it's about. It's not only about just hedging and preserving your wealth, but it's about enjoying it. There's enough of selection out there. You can buy different selections of coins and silver that, you know, it makes it exciting. It makes it fun. Let's see here. Yeah, the stacking nerd says, watching Slacker Stacker unbox more silver at once than I have in my entire stack. I hear you. All right. Yes. All right. Mateo Man is here. Just a little plug for Canadian healthcare. Saturday afternoon, I was stricken with intense gut pain and went to the ER using a CT. They determined my ilium was blocked. Oh my gosh. They called in a team for emergency surgery in less than 48 hours. I am home due to laparoscopy surgery. Well, I'm glad they found it. I don't know what an ilium is. Is that a part of the large intestine or small intestine? But I'm glad you're okay. I will just say you would have gotten the same care, if not better, here in America. But that's another story. That's another debate. But I'm glad you're just okay, and I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad they were able to get you in. That was emergency surgery, though. So small intestine. Okay. Wonder what was blocking it. That's crazy. Mr. Monkey Swag is here. Hello to you. Good to see you. Glad you're back home. Yes. Anthony G is here. Yes, Mateo, man, we're just glad you're okay. I hope everything's no complications from it. And yes, we're just glad you're fine. Mr. M&M 911, are you still here? Here's your comment. He says, yes, all silver buyers should have a final goal in mind, as final amount. As time goes by and we each grow in age, our reasons for holding what we have will change. Hi-Ho has changed his holding strategy as he grows older because he intends to leave his PMs to his family. He understands that his wife and children might need to sell, and does not want them to have to sell what is collectible at a loss. So he's made the choice to change to junk and regular bullion to make it easier for his family to sell, without having to research what a particular collectible coin should be selling for. I myself have recently been asking, how much do I need to be purchasing? Should I stop purchasing premium items and begin to purchase more junk, silver, and generic bullion? I do know I have been buying more gold as it takes up less space, and I do feel now I have plenty of silver. Good thoughts you share, Sal. We all always use the Rocky 315 silver question. Why am I buying silver? That's right. Good comment there. Definitely. Thanks, Mr. M911. Excellent comment for sure. Wise words. And yes, and I don't know if that I must have missed that Rocky video, but that is a good question. We need to ask ourselves, why are we buying silver? And each of us, it is for a different reason. That's a great comment. Thank you, sir. All right. Blade Crazed Jester is here. Mikey V, I think I did your comment below, I believe. But thank you. I appreciate it. And stick around just in case you might have another one up here I'll get to. ASMR People says, I think a more interesting question is what a ratio of silver to gold should one hold? And that's something I'm going to do a video on, but that is a great point, ASMR. Yes, indeed. Mr. Monkey Swag asked, what has Rocky been up to? I hope he's okay. And I don't know what he's up to nowadays. I know he had some health issues for a while, but did come back on and saying he was fine. But I don't know. I don't know what he's up to. Hope he's all right. Okay. Common Sense and Nonsense says, briefly guilty of what you described at around 407, but I have recovered now. Too much came in at one time from various pre-orders and whatnot. Still not too much silver, but rather lack of free time. Yes, indeed. I hear you. Patriots for Trump, make America great again. MAGA says, yes, sure. And real estate is going to continue going up too. I cannot wait for the crash. All right. Well, and for me, I don't want there really to be a crash. I want the economy to continue to do all right. Adrian's nickname is Rocky. Very cool. Just say Blade Crazed Jester. Blade Crazed Jester is a good guy. He actually made me a knife. Kind of a cool little shank from a file. It's pretty cool. Yes, Backyard Bullion has some good videos. He was on my live stream yesterday. Health Babe is posted here. Good to see Health Babe. Says, never too much until their volume are greater than my house. There you go. I love the little kitty. So cute. Where did you get it, Sal? Oh, the little kitty, I think, was poured for me. That I have two of them. One that the Colonel did for me. And this other one, I think, was done by Robert 11 a long time ago. Yes, indeed. Oaksy says, if interest rates keep rising, there will be a crash for sure. Coins ADZ says, one word that applies to many of us silver stackers, Silverholics Anonymous. Okay, that's 2 words. There you go. That's right. Silverholics Anonymous. That's right. Plugging away here as we move along. Mr. Sting 17 says, my address is so hard that my back is bothering me. Downstairs, it looks like the bedroom ceiling is sagging. Maybe I need a new bed. Maybe a trundle bed, one that has drawers for storage. There you go. So he must have his silver underneath of his mattress. Yeah, Health Babe. Yeah, there's some. You can probably contact some members of the community, the pouring community. They can pour you one. Losing Louie says, absolutely right. If you have a warehouse full of silver but no emergency fund, you are headed for trouble. That's right. Take care. All right, very good. 143 Druid says, too much silver, just wait till the gold-silver ratio drops to 40-1 and trade. The only time too much when there are no new silvers to buy. Never. Other opportunities that are safe beyond PMs, pray tell whilst there may be time before the US dollar tanks and all associated to go with greenbacks. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's and I think that's just it. If the dollar tanks, well, then nothing else is safe, but probably conservative mutual funds, that type of thing. Let's see here. Puget Sound Silverhound is here. And he says, I don't have a silver problem. I can quit anytime. There you go. A confession from a true Silverhound. There's a guy, I think, named Blue Ridge Silverhound. He's the Puget Sound Silverhound. That's awesome. Bozo, who came in for the first time on a live stream yesterday, says, I agree 100%. You certainly can have too much of a good thing. To me, too much silver is not an absolute weight like 500 or 5,000 ounces. Too much is when you have neglected your other holdings or have a little cash on hand for emergencies. That's right. I personally have a little too much silver and not quite enough gold. If storage ever becomes a problem, like if I came to a large sum of money, I have a backhoe. Problem to solve. There you go. Nice. 30, 40, 50. Tricky Guy is here. And we're at 48 viewers. Yeah, Health Babe. I think probably, yeah, there's a good member. You go to metalsmafia.com and there's a lot of good folks in there that can help you out if you want a little kitty poured. Or you can contact the Colonel. He did mine. And I think he's over there. Abby Silverstack says, in the bottom right side of this video, is that a 5-ounce double dragon? Really like this video. Thank you for your time. Well, good eye, Abby Silverstack, because yes, indeed, that is a 5-ounce double dragon. Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. Way deep inside, that's what she said, is here. Hello, all. Good to see you way deep inside. And Coin Sense and Nonsense is here. And by the way, you guys should subscribe if you haven't already to Coin Sense and Nonsense, because he just posted a video, the most comprehensive video that I've ever seen of all the Chiwoos, all the South Korean silver that's been coming out the past couple of years. Sal couples count as 2. That's right. Exactly, Chuck and Plata. Right. Bozo said I would have watched this, but I was too busy mowing my lawn. So he was mowing the lawn while I was mowing my lawn. I hear you. Jake is Love says it depends on someone's exit strategy and reasons for buying a stagnant asset. Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. And we're getting closer to the trolling comments. Let's see here. Way deep inside my soul. There you go. Way deep inside. Thanks for the clarification there. Very cool. All right. Hoodoo Tutu says, when I watch you cut the lawn, I know I have too much silver. That was a good one. There you go. Stacking for Life says, as long as you're debt-free, credit cards, I'm not sure there is too much silver. But I would recommend to silver holders to buy some gold too. Metals are not enemies, but friends. I do think that gold has an advantage when it comes to sell because its premiums are generally a lot lower for gold than they are for silver. That's a good point. You're right. And well said. All right. Let's see here. Dusty Road says gold is better investment metal, but if silver is what you want, I would say that the old adage of 5% to 7% of your total portfolio would work well. All right. Thank you, Dusty Rhodes. Good point. Let's see here. All right. And Jim Farrell says, you used your words well. I knew I had enough when I started thinking about my mortality. When you realize no one lives forever, I am very comfortable with what I have purchased over the years. Appreciate it and thank God and luck for never having to dip into it. Yes, indeed. That's good. All right. Adrian chimes in and says, no such thing as too much silver. Nice stack. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're probably right, Translogic. You will probably see that with some of these troll comments. Some are way down below. One guy's been trolling me incessantly about my voice, but I let him go. It is fun. File Share says, when you can't take it all with you in 30 minutes, an emergency bug out. Well, that's a good point, too. I mean, in worst case scenarios, I mean, hopefully it wouldn't have to come to that. That'd be an extreme topic. But yeah, that makes sense. Silversmith says, great topic, Sal. I get a silver goal for myself and have been able to obtain that goal. I've started another goal. I'm stacking gold now. I don't think you can have too much of either. But for me, having a balanced portfolio that is comfortable means everything. Exactly right. Bluegrass Bullion says, do you know how many ounces you have in silver and gold? You know, that's a good question. I don't know exactly because I do have some collector stuff. And some of them are kind of off weights, you know, like 0.77 ounces for the commemorative silver. And like this particular coin here is 0.6 ounces of 0.60 purity. So things like that. So I don't really have an exact amount. All is One now can move a lot of silver in 30 minutes. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Happy Memorial Day to you too, Ook Piley Wreckers. Yes, indeed. All right, you can do it. It says my live stream isn't working again. Thumbs up anyway. Well, thank you. I'm sorry you can do it. I'm sorry you can't get on here or hear it. But thank you. Big Lori says too much silver is relative. Who is it related to? Is it a brother? Is it a sister? Is it a cousin? I'm curious. No, I know what you meant. In absolute terms, you can never have enough. In relative terms, absolutely. There are loads of different means to preserve, hopefully increases your wealth. My pension, my home, other property, stocks, and shares, the traditional fiat savings, cash, precious metals. I base my decisions on making sure I have a balance of them all, with maybe a bit more on to silver because it's real money. Very good for you, Big Lori, and great comment. Thank you, sir. The one, the only, Anthony G says, good topic, Sal. Well, thank you, Anthony G. Always appreciate you, my friend. This is a good, solid guy right here, Anthony G is. Very cool. Thank you, sir. All right. ZXC says you have too much silver when you have no place to store it. If that's the case, you should be buying gold instead. That's right. That's really the most important aspect of it, of the video, of any message there. Charles, Sexy 60. All right. Thank you, Tricky Guy. Oh, wow. Sal, you have the most recognizable voice in the whole wide world. Well, my guess is probably there's a lot of people who have not heard my voice yet, but thank you for that, Mark B. All right. Anyways, let's see. Okay, moving ahead here. A.G. Argentum says, when your garage won't hold anymore, that's when you know. Indeed. I love Silva says, I don't know why so many comments keep saying you can never have enough silver. Well, many millionaires could afford to buy 100,000 ounces of silver if they wanted to. But the problem is storage, especially if they wanted to keep it in their home. So I would say 10,000 ounces of silver would be too much. If you have 10,000 ounces of silver, you might want to buy gold after that. Yeah, well, we have a member of this community who, if they're not at 10,000 ounces, they're close. I know they've got 7,000 ounces. All right. Psh, buy a bigger garage, says Lonely Stacker. There you go. Ralph Wiggum says, if you start turning blue from taking colloidal silver, then you have too much silver. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Here's the other guy. This guy, Ken Samoatic, is saying, I'm not shouting him out because he's a troll, has been responding to every single video with this Mr. Creepy voice is back. So it's been fun. Means he's watching, he's commenting, so it's fun. That's good. Keep on watching, and he'll keep on watching too and keep on commenting, and I'm glad. Missed you, but still fun to visit with you and the rest of the nation. Get those trolls and hang them high, or hang them. Great to see you and hear from everyone. Well, thank you to Dean. Always appreciate you, my friend. Yes, indeed. Yes, 500 ounces for a monster box of Eagles. Other monster boxes, I think, have different, but usually they're within the hundreds of ounces typically. Yeah, Chuck and Plata, I'm with you. I would so love to be walking in one of those videos with Mark Dice, but you know what? Here's the thing that probably we don't see is, yes, I think those interactions are genuine, but I bet you he does run into some people who actually know, and he doesn't film those. But it'd be nice if he did a couple of those too to give us a little bit of all right. Oh, there you go. Ukapelli says, you know you have too much silver when you have to have an army to protect it. That's right. Metal Man says, I think when you might turn blue if you have too much silver. I saw a picture once. That's right. That's a colloidal silver, as mentioned below. Sal, we missed you also. Busy setting up the RV, hauling stuff in storage from Neenah to Green Lake. Maybe a busy week or so. We'll try to watch and comment as time allows. Be blessed. Well, thank you, Chuck and Plata. I expect your name to change to Chuck in Green Lake soon. Is probably my guess. Is probably what will happen. Who knows? We'll see. Tennessee Watcher says, how do you know when you have too much silver? That's like trying to figure out when you're too happy, or your relationship is too good, or you're too healthy, or your kids are too successful. Don't put limits on your blessings. Well, that's a good thought. That's a good point. Thank you, Tennessee Walker. See, the wisdom of this community is great, and the diversity of comments. Just got back from Pennsylvania's bugs and rain. Check my stack. It's still there. Well, good for you, Jim. I'm glad everything's safe. Okay, Mr. Eminem 911 said Mark Dice did include someone in one of his videos that even recognized him, the guy said. That's cool. Wow. I think I missed that video, but that's cool. I'm glad he included that. That's awesome. I love those videos, by the way. Very good. All right. Still 10 thumbs up, says Chuck Delano. Dead weight, says Italian G. Oh, Translogic, $10. Wow, thank you so much for that super chat, my friend. Very much appreciated, sir. Very kind of you indeed. All right. Oh, the guy said, hey, I know you. You're Mark Dice. He just laughed and said, great. That's funny. That's cool. Thank you again, Translogic. That really helps the channel. I really appreciate that. Very kind of you. Let's see here. Jim Farrell says, karma works in for the long haul. He will fade away, and when he preaches, it will come back to bite him. Oh, he's talking about Crown Collector. He says, karma works in the long haul. You will fade away and what he preaches will come back and bite him. Well, that's the one thing where I will disagree with you, only politely. I actually don't believe in karma because I've seen too many times where the good die young, and people that are like Crown Collector can sometimes go on to be successful. But to me, it's something other than that, because he'll always have to live with what he has done. And I think since he's a psychopath, I don't think it'll really matter to him. He doesn't really have a conscience, but everybody else sees what he doesn't see in him. And for everybody else, hey, I think part of being a good person in general is realizing your faults and your shortcomings, and dealing with it to try to be a better person if you can. I think that's the most important thing. But anyways, let's see here. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow, Anthony G. And by the way, speaking of Crown Collector and Anthony G laid down one of the largest smackdowns in a comment thread, just totally put him in his place. But he's saying in here that particular emoji is the universal sign indicating Crown Collector is banned. Yeah, well, that person looks too good. Yeah. Yeah, he's a jerk, Lonely. He's a very wordy troll that goes around different channels, bad mouthing everybody. Jack Handy asked, "Did you get any Scrooge McDuck silver coins?" No, I didn't. I did see them, and they're out there. I'm not a really huge fan of those coins. I understand they're I think they make them in gold as well, but the cartoon coins I'm just not a big fan of. But I know other people that have gotten them. I've seen them in the videos. Yeah, well, thank you, Translogic, again. Very much appreciate it. Very nice of you indeed. Okay, Food Stamp sending his support again. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Alpha Robin says, "This is how do you know you have too much silver?" Says, "This is why I accumulate Bitcoin and gold. I had too much silver." So he's diversifying himself, which is why he slowed down on his videos. Well, very cool, Alpha Robins. Appreciate it. And yeah, that's a good point. All right, Jim Farrell says, "A troll is a person trying to find a life." Yeah, I think so too, Jim. Let's see, a balance. Karma. For every action, there's an equal and an opposite action. It's also a song by Boy George, or Culture Club, called Karma Camellia. Sowing, reaping. I'll open the door for a Sal Nichols sermon. Yeah, there we go. Call Silver needs to get active again. I miss his bitterness, but knowledge. Yeah, Call Silver. Yeah, we're praying for him. I hope he's doing okay. We miss him for sure. Definitely. He's a good guy. There's one person I heard say he's had too much silver. Unbeknownst to many historians, King Midas had a little brother, Sylvester, and guess why? I don't know, Karis. I'm not sure. Sylvester Midas. I don't know the King Midas story. And that I know there's a legend there, I guess, and I'm missing out on it. The Stacking Nerd asks is if I think Crown Collector is a side account of someone in the community. I thought to myself that possibly that could be the case. Several people have proposed it to me. That's why he won't face me live, because his voice would be recognized. But I can't imagine who, because he's posted so much that you can kind of see a pattern in his typing skills. But like I went back and checked Silver Gold Man, because that would be the one person, because I think he's probably from Canada or the UK, because when he spells favor or favorite, he uses the OU version, and that's British English, and that's how Canadians spell those words. And so my guess is he probably could be. His account was created in March of 2017, and he's been watching for a while. I know that he's been in the community a long time, but for some reason he got bitter, and I think part and parcel to a deal that he did with Frank P. Sugar Baby Diaries says that Crown Collector is from the UK for sure. But there is a Canadians who spell those words that way as well. So favor would be Favour instead of just O, leaving out the U. I have seen Canadians do that as well, but he could be from the UK. Yeah. What would be nice is if he could become Sugar Baby Diaries' new third sugar daddy, and then she could milk him for all he's worth. That would be fun to watch. Sleuthing Sal says coin sense and nonsense. Silver Agent is here. All right. Yeah, well, and actually, all I've done is just kind of look at his patterns on some of his posts. You know, I really don't pay a whole lot of attention to him, but he's just around so much that that you can't help but see his posts from time to time. And I happened to catch the one racist one that he did against Shadow Stack. 6X says, this is a great question. If you think you have an overload of silver, it means it's time to trade some up to gold. 10,000 ounces of gold will fit in my hand, or $10,000 worth of gold will fit in my hand. $10,000 of silver, it needs a storage area. When the treasure chest falls through the floor, it's time to diversify. Time to diversify. Good point. Oh, we have 29 thumbs up. Yes, Italian G is exactly right. He does pick on Numa Stacker a lot, and Numa Stacker puts up with it, and so does Shadow Stack. And those are both British channels, by the way, and they both let him do it. So I don't know. It's good. Hey, Barbara Carbone is here. Good to see you, Barbara. Better late than never. Well, we're glad you're here. Very good to see you, Barbara. You're awesome. Glad you're here. Armando Martinez is here. He was sleeping, but he's awake now, and he's here. And he gave me a thumb up. I guess he's got 30. Said 30 there. Very good. Shadow Stack is a cool dude indeed. He is. I like how he starts his videos out. Hey, you. You know, like, hey, you know, that's pretty cool. He's got his own style. It's cool. Translogic says, I noticed that SD Bullion updated the website, started charging higher premiums for backdated ASCs like APMEX does. Is there really any additional value to those if you took one to a dealer? No, not really. If you take one to a dealer, you're not going to get much for any of those kind of coins, these collector coins, really. Some may recognize some of the premium, but you can pretty much guess that they won't. They don't really want to deal with all that stuff because the clientele for in-store walk-ins is much different than those shopping online. So your best bet to get rid of those is either on eBay or to a dealer who knows who can resell it and get a profit. The Stacking Nerd says, part of the fun of stacking silver for me is keeping my personal database updated, but I'm a bit of a nerd. You know, I think that's awesome that you're that organized. I've got one, a personal database, but boy, it doesn't need updated. And she's using MySQL Lite embedded in the custom application I wrote, probably in a virtual machine. You can definitely use Excel or Access, still questioning the nerd part. Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. That's cool, the Stacking Nerd. Mystery buyer. It means I don't know who this guy is, but he's been commenting on my channel for a while. Very cool. Says, but there was more physical silver in reserve in 1980. Now those reserves are gone. The biggest right now is probably JP Morgan. And I think you're right. I think JP Morgan is probably the largest holder of silver in world history. Golden Badger says, if I can't fit my stack in my pant pockets and I have too much metal, the wrong type of metal, I think. This is why I prefer gold. I have enough silver to get myself into trouble, though. There you go. All right. Sean Penrod says, you're cool in my book, Salivate Metal. I still am stacking silver. I think the guy might have a disability, but that is not an excuse for his behavior on talking about Crown Collector. Well, thank you, Sean. I think he doesn't have I think he's probably, if there's any kind of disability, I think it's is that he's a psychopath. I really do believe that that's the case with him. I don't think he's got a mental disorder, though, other than that. Let's see here. Fossil Metals is here. Hello, Fossil Metals. Driver 8 is here. Hello to you. Yeah. And VAR1328 says, I am replying to a comment verbally in the live stream and shouting you out. Hey, I'm doing the same thing. We're missing each other. Eli says, I have ordered about this very topic. I've wondered about this very topic. I'm single, and so there's no one but me. I'm not old, and I don't have kids to pass it down to. So I've wondered how much would be a good average amount to hold. I don't haven't and sold either. Well, Um, um, well, that happened to a guy who hoarded a lot of gold and silver, and he died, and so it went to some long lost relative. So probably a niece or something like that, or a distant relative is who you would probably should seek out, maybe. But anyways, all right. Mr. Working Class, holy heat wave, 91 in Lake Michigan today. Wow, it is hot. Crazy. Chuck and Plata says, when your wife doesn't buy your logic on buying more at low prices to lower the dollar cost average in the silver, and I now have, is when you know you have too much silver. That's right. Ski Fu Panama says, okay, Spit Man, where can I buy a few gold bars and for how much? And why did you buy tungsten plated bars when you knew they were fake? Well, number one, they weren't tungsten. These were I'd like to get the tungsten plated bars or the tungsten filled bars, but they're actually more expensive because there's actually is gold plating them. But I did it for this video and they were very cheap. And so I decided to do it. But if you want to buy gold bars, you go to a trusted dealer. And I think I mentioned that in that video. All right. Centurion Silver says, I've decided I'm going full Viking or maybe pirate with the exception of plunder, rape, and pillage. Well, that's pretty much all they do. So you pretty much neutered the whole aspect of being a pirate and Viking, Centurion Silver. But that's funny. Very cool. Yeah. Hey, one CJS for you. Would love to have Shadow Stack on as a guest. He never comes to my live stream and really doesn't watch much of my videos. But anytime he wants to come on, he's more than welcome to. We'd love to have him. Make some babies or I'll sell you mine, says Johnny K. All right. Wow. Arizona, 102 to New York, 59 degrees. Wow. Eric Woody says, or if you put your silver and coin albums that take up room in your safe and you don't have room to put any other important paperwork anyway. Yeah, that's true. The storage options for your coins, the albums and the like. That's right. All right. Rich Rocco says, good point, Sal, because things can get out of hand. They sure can. Hey, Rabidoo says, I comment to support the Salivation Nation. Well, we appreciate your support, my friend. Definitely appreciate it very much, more than you know. Comment Commando says, I'd accumulate more, but the stuff is so heavy. I did diversify more into silver as I realized I didn't have much. There you go. Good job. Mark L says, you know you got too much silver when you keep getting calls from the Hunt family wanting to buy you out and supply your order to help corner the market. You have too much silver when the Department of Agriculture requires you get a license because you have more milk spots than a dairy farmer. That's good. This is a regular comedian here. You know, you have too much silver when the COMEX wants to know if you can help temporarily cover their paper contracts in a pinch. You know, you have too much silver when you have to visit an optometrist to get treatment for repeated and excessive exposure to cartwheel luster. And you definitely know you have too much silver when you can't add it to your stack without serious danger of it falling over and crushing you. Mark L, awesome. Very good comment. That was funny. Armando Martinez, Ravenhawk is busy moving into his new abode. Yes, indeed. Wolfman Sachs is here. Hello, Wolfman. Good to see you, my friend. All right. Royal Mint canceled Sugar Baby Diaries order. That's no good. I'm sorry. I don't know why they would cancel your order. David Bestman is here. I normally don't like cartoon or movie-based bullion coins, but the Scrooge McDuck coins look neat. I might pick up one on my next order. Cool. Daniel L says, I wonder if that's Mark's brother. If you started any kind of business before stacking, there's no limit to silver stacking. But if you didn't, then stacking might be more of an obsession because having static money based on speculations isn't a real investment. You can earn the same amount selling Borgers or whatever in the near future, and it can have even better and better over time. Yeah. Yep. I don't look at a silver as an investment. I look at it as a hedge. Mark B says, we are born alone. We live alone, we die alone. Only through our love and friendship can we create delusion for the moment that we're not alone. Orson. Orson Welles that said that? Thank you, Mark B. Currency Collector says, on March 11th, 1935, the first Bank of Canada notes were issued. A $500 1935 bill is extremely rare. As a collector, I think the price of an old Canadian currency will skyrocket. This is my Canada banknote video. Thank you very much. Big Stack McGee's got a good comment. And he says, I can't imagine a situation where someone would forget some of their silver purchase and forget to open them. Very disturbing. And of course, he's referring to himself there in the on that particular thing because, and I didn't even think about that when I made mention of it. Actually, I was thinking of some silver that I had happened upon that I forgot I had. That's a good one, Big Stack McGee. You're awesome. Good to have you back, by the way. Rupert Chamberlain says, yep, that's right. Rephrase the question. All right. Sugar Baby Diary says, almost orders for the 2018 65th Queen's Jubilee are being canceled, which is so annoying that I've got some coming from elsewhere that if anyone wants one. Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be kind of cool to have that coin. I wonder why they're canceling those. That's crazy. Did they sell out? Take too many orders? Okay. ZopDog911 says, well said, Sal. I'm a fan of your live chats. Always a good time watching. Hope your Memorial Day weekend is going good. Well, thank you, ZopDog. I appreciate you taking time to watch these live streams. I appreciate it. Mike L says, I'm glad you brought the subject up, Sal. I've been thinking a lot about it lately. My personal silver to gold ratio is way out of whack, and I'm going to try to remedy that forward. That's what I'm trying to do, too. I would like to trade some silver for gold, but I don't want it. But I want to do it until the actual ratio returns to sanity. There you go. Crown Collector is a racist, and this is even worse when trolling. Zero tolerance for that. Yeah. Classic way of advertising, says Don Quixote on the fake gold. And I don't know what he means by that, but I'll pretend like I do. Let's see here. All right. Wolfman, I met Eddie Munster last year. Oh, you mean you met Paul Ryan? David Argento thinks it's Sean Hannity, but no. Paul Ryan has got the ultimate widow's peak. Yeah, there you go. I have no widow's peak. I have a, what would you call mine? You call mine a skullet instead of a mullet. Bogus Fiat says, you know you have too much silver when you measure it in multiples of your body weight. There you go. You have too much silver when you need a hand truck to move it. You have too much silver when you stack approaches that of JP Morgan. That's right. None of us will ever get there, I don't think. Silver Supplement says, I agree. If your other holdings or cash supply are great lacking, you may want to reevaluate what you're doing with silver. If your ducks are in a row elsewhere, you're Scrooge McDucks. There's no such thing as too much silver, in my opinion. I, for one, diversify well and don't have a number of ounces I will stop at, but would like to have at least 5,000 ounces of silver. Wow, that's a good goal. Wow. All right. Down in New Mexico, so starting to look at Stacker's Addictions self-help group. He's asking me. Yes, indeed. I need all the help I can get, for sure. All right. Okay, let's see here. David Argento's got a small widow's peak. Maybe he'll show that on his on one of his videos. Just that. You don't have to show your face. Male pattern Sal. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm a pattern dude. Yes. Man, Health Babe loves Hannity, although he is a little bit overweight, a little bit than before. Well, actually, Health Babe, he is in the best shape of his life. He's doing all this diet. He's lost a lot of weight. He's stronger than ever before, from what I understand from one of his radio show, he says. But, yeah. Let's see here. Very good. 69 watching now. Oh, that's what she said. All right, let's see here. DOC says, I want to uncover a treasure. Me too. That would be cool. On the 1 ounce gold coin found that treasure. That's awesome. Carmen's, it says, if you can't carry your metal on your back, you have too much. All right, very good. James Hopkins says, Good talking point, Sal. I'm a strong adherent to maintaining no debt and reliable cash flow. I have the weight to get rid of an emergency. I also have a lot of exotic stuff. Takes time to liquidate unless a massive spike in spot occurs. So it looks like I am guilty of losing stack or segment of my stack. I'm not as organized as Silver Slacker and Shadow Stack, but I'll have years and pleasant surprises as I uncover these marvelous gems. Great point. Thank you, James. Awesome. All right, guys. Hey, I've got to actually put you guys on pause for a little bit longer. I've got to go do something real quick. Um, and I will be right back. I will be right back as soon as I can. Was I able to retain a semblance of an audience while I was gone? Sometimes nature calls. Without it being TMI, if you know what I'm saying. All right, let's see here. It's too quiet, says Barbara Carbone. David Argento. He guessed it right. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Okay, what else is going on here? Oh. Okay. All right, back to the comments here. Yes, David A. All the paperwork is in order. Let's see here. Barb is a troublemaker. Nope, Sal. Barb is a troublemaker. I must have missed something there. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, Lucky Winner says no one likes American Eagles. It's overrated and overproduced. Take it to an Asian countries and they'll laugh at you. It's not pure enough. 999, so they'll reject it. Take it to Canada, and same thing. It's not pure enough gold. It's not quantity of gold. It's quality. People want pure gold. And Lucky Winner, that's why they made the American Buffalo series for those who like the pure stuff. But typically, yeah, in the East, for that kind of gold, they do like the more pure stuff. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Yes, I did. Yes, check that off a list too. Coin Sense and Nonsense. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Okay. Matt Langstrat says, my definition is when you have your own body weight in silver, then you're worth your weight in PMs. 3 to 4 ammo boxes full will cover most people's weight. I've learned to loathe packaging. Certain places, pieces must go. For example, Star Trek and Captain America coins. Just ridiculous. Yeah, some of the packaging can get pretty crazy. Marketing. David Sargento's cheese. All right, very good. Carl One Sagan says, now why do they think this is a Roman bath and not a Roman bowling alley? Yeah, good post. Good question. I don't know. Does it consider both isotopes of silver? Silver has isotopes, atomic weights 107 and 109, with 107 being the most plentiful. This is on silver more rare than gold. I don't know. I think in its purest form or mineable form, I guess. Live chat session high is 73. And Sal just flushed away 18 of them. That's right. My long absence really didn't do much for my viewership retention, that's for sure. Sorry, I tried to be as quick as I could. Backyard Bullion says, no such thing as too much silver. Good video, mate. Nice thoughts. Thank you. All right. Thank you, sir. Very good. $50 trillion in derivatives, and they can't afford to pay their employees. Wow. I think he's talking about Deutsche Bank there. Crazy. Let's see here. Monstroso 2001 says, how do you know when you have too much silver? When you can't get the door on your safe closed and the floor is buckling underneath the weight of it all. Joking aside, lack of space for security storage are probably going to be the deciding factor. That's right. And just for the interest of time, it's been going on a while. I won't read the rest of that, but you guys can check it out when you get a chance. Thank you so much. Definitely lots of different reasons there. Right. Very good. Silver Wolverine is back. He's at work and had to actually do something. Hey, very good. I appreciate you being here, Silver Wolverine, and coming back. All the VIPs are here. Oh, kidney stone. Somebody had kidney stone. Wow, I'm sorry. Whoever had kidney stones. Name or man. Colonic Stacker is here. Very good. Yes, he's arrived. You can do it, says, I'm starting to focus more on gold than silver. I love silver, but my safe is starting to get full. It's really just a storage issue for me. I guess that's a good problem to have. Yes, indeed. Pure Dental Gold video that I posted. I forgot I did that video. When my grandmother had her teeth removed, she got false teeth. Her real teeth had gold fillings. My grandfather asked for all the gold fillings back. He still has them in his safe. That's awesome, Tassie. Wow. A little bit of water left here. All right. Part-time prepper says, if you have 18 by 12 bedroom and you're standing in the middle of it and it's up to your chin, then maybe you should start buying gold. That's right. Exactly right, sir. Paulos Ukongo says, I'm selling old South African coins dated 1961 and 1965. Shilling pennies have 20 cents. There's only one response to that. I don't know why I get these comments on that specific video. There must be a tag or something to get these people coming in here spamming with that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Funkdad Forcelli, Corn. Yes, Corn posted in here yesterday. Funkdad Forcelli, he was in here yesterday a bit for the live stream. It was good to see him. Silver Magpie says, crikey, it would be a dream to find such beautiful piece. That coin looks like it was minted yesterday. Thanks for sharing the incredible story. Yes, that was super impressed by that coin. It was wild looking. First of all, you've got some mighty fine pieces there. Secondly, I find the more silver I buy, the more I want. I only buy what I can afford, and I would never make myself skint for any coin, no matter how much I wanted it. Another fab topic. Well, thank you, Silver Magpie. Yes, indeed. You show some great coins on your channel, too. Oh, tricky guy. Oh, my gosh. That's crazy. You might see corn again since you had corn yesterday. That's right. Armando Martinez says, hey, Sal, I do get negative every now and then and get frustrated, but if I ever get that frustrated, I just quit watching. You are all right in my book, and like your buddy says, have a great day. I can't wait for him to return. He's referring to Ravenhawk coins. I think he'll be back soon when he gets settled in. Very good. Thank you. Classic Television says, I was thinking the same thing the other day when I was watching a video of someone using a push mower on a large piece of property. He's talking about me. I may be on a precious metal budget, but I also happen to have a riding mower. There you go. It's all good, though. We each have our own priorities, and as you so elegantly say, that's right. So he's asking, I ordered 2,000 minted, 2,000 minted 999 1-ounce silver medals of the 1792 half dime and PF70 listed as private issue, though not as detailed as original 2,000 medals George Washington had made with Martha Washington's image. Still a lovely coin. My question is, would you happen to know who actually minted this? It sounds like it might have been the Gallery Mint Museum, GMM. Look for the GMM mark on it, Classic Television. That could be it. But if you ordered a one of the 2,000 minted, okay, yeah, that may have been the Gallery Mint Museum. Ron Landis, yeah. Let's see here. Southern Stacker says, you have to ignore the trolls. Most of the time they have several accounts and may be one of your regular commenters. That's pathetic, though. Well, Southern Stacker, I've tried that tactic with Crown Collector and ignored them for quite a while. And people would, point me to comments he's made and say, hey, the Crown made a comment about you here and made a comment about you there. And I would just ignore it. But it just got to the point where he's doing it so much. I was like, well, I'm going to find something that he said and expose him even more for what he is. People already see what he is, but he's more feisty than the regular troll because he literally has no job and no life. It's all he does. And he's a psychopath. Definitely some interesting concepts here on how to know when you have too much silver. I know that I currently don't have enough because it's all in one place. Yep, exactly. I hear you. Thanks, MP. Appreciate it. Rit Vasera says, being forced to sell is something that woke me up. Thankfully, it wasn't much. Too much is probably when your love for silver inhabits you on a mental, spiritual level to act out in the world. Yeah, that's true. You can be overly obsessed with it for sure. All right. Eric says, great topic, Sal. I guess it depends on your individual end game. For me, I'm aiming to fill a monster box of Eagles and another monster box of bars. Anything collectible isn't counted in the stack per se, mostly as an unattracted supplement to my 401k, maybe some down to my kids someday. So if Sabina has twins, do I double my goal in any event? I'm not quite there yet. I hear you. Well, thank you, sir. Great guy Eric is. JRW3 says, just like the 5-Finger Death Punch song, never enough. There you go. Happy Memorial Day to you too, sir. Thank you. Classic Television says, I remember Crown Collector. I ended up blocking him on one of my old channels. I got the impression he did not like you, but he kept going on and on and on. Yes, he does do that. He's a wordy troll. I don't really do social media anymore and only use for researching coins when I buy and then only listen and watch. Now I'm antisocial. Well, I appreciate you coming in and commenting. Post your thoughts there, sir, very much. Answer, when you can't pay your bills, Rupert says, on when you know you have too much silver. Curious concern indeed, says Cosmic Karma Koala at that timestamp. I have no idea what he's talking about, but anyways, without watching it over again. Just convert some silver into gold when it frees up space and you won't have to have too much silver. Very true. Happy Memorial Day and my Memorial Day message video. Says 1 CJS for you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, my friend. We're born alone, we live alone, we die alone. Okay, Mark B says that. Orson Welles. So it was Orson Welles. I was right. Very good. Cool. Thank you very much. Like number 4, Crizzy, I heard all of this. No need to repeat on the Memorial Day message. Well, sometimes good messages are worth repeating, Crizzy. That's how I look at it. FunkTad Forcelli says, awesome video on coins rounds. US. Thank you, FunkTad. Appreciate it, my friend. You're awesome. Hello, Dost, says Rakesh Yadav. Okay, there's only one answer to that because I have no clue what he's talking about. Happy Memorial Day to you too, sir. Thanks for your video. Well, thank you, Tessa. Happy Memorial Day, my friend. Freedom is a myth, says 143 Druid. In today's world, research freedom and seek such within one's mind. The terrorism battle is truly, so he's politicizing this, only imitates world military power, currency of foreigning, poverty, rising country, using oligarchs for gain, not USA people land. One has become trained and sad. I have care for veterans and the lack of support they receive. The enlisting government does not, and veteran suicide per day is ghastly. We have agree. We need to definitely do a better job of supporting our veterans. I certainly agree with that. Thank you very much. Yes, Silver Wolverine. We're going to come up on the other trolls. I did talk about one while you were gone. Some guy named Ken. I've had a little bit more trolls posting lately since I mentioned Crown last time. I wonder if it's it could be, it may not be another account that he's created to post here, but it doesn't, I don't think it's the case, but an interesting influx of trolls. We're going to get ready to come upon some more. Stay tuned, unless they've deleted their comments. Thank you, Sal, and thanks to the vets and vet families, past, present, and future. Thank you. I Hope Silver comes in with US. Hey, very good. Thank you. US says Donnie. Thank you. Excellent message, Sal. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you too. Always remember our vets for sure. Dean says, thanks so much for your words today, my friend. The tone of your voice shows how much you really care. Well, thank you, my friend. And I know you care too about the vets and those who serve both of our countries and any country that watches these videos for sure, of any nation. Thank them for their service for sure. You can do it. Great message, Sal. Thanks for sharing, brother. Thank you. You can do it. Appreciate it. Thank you, Salivate Metal. President Trump's speech at the Memorial Day ceremony this morning was great. I missed the speech. I wish I would have heard it, but thank you, Mr. MNF 911. Very cool. You can never buy paper gold, says you can do it. No way they can fill all the contracts. I'll take my giant bottle brown safe, my ammo stack any day. Amen. Happy Memorial Day, Sal, says the Stacking Nerd. Thank you. Appreciate it. The Stacking Nerd, you're awesome. Happy Memorial Day, my American cousin, says Silver Magpie. Thank you for the support. You're awesome. Enjoy Memorial Day, says Chef Capone Jr. Sweet looking coins too. Thank you, Chef Capone Jr. You're awesome. Thank you, Food Stamp. Knows. Mark L says, great video, Sal. Thanks for showing us those beautiful pieces. God bless those who serve. Indeed. Great video, says Avengers. I think it's from New Zealand. Thank you so much. I think you forgot to cover how large bars take up considerably less storage space than thousands of encapsulated coins. And they're also probably easier to cache as well. Some food for thought for sure, and for me too. Well, thank you. That's right, CCT. I did think about that a little bit. But I didn't want to steer people too far in the wrong direction because some of those 100-ounce bars and those larger bars, there's the propensity for some of those to be filled in with other metals as well, drilled out. And and most people typically don't get those larger size. But yes, as far as pure storage, they are. It is much easier to store them, and they take up much less space than the 1 ounce encapsulated, for sure. You're right. Okay. Silver Honda says, Happy Memorial Day. God bless America and our vets. Love when you do these tribute videos. Well, thank you, Silver Honda. I really appreciate you watching. And thank you. Happy Memorial Day to you. And Seduced by Silver says, Thanks for honoring the vet, Sal. It's hard to imagine that North America would have been like without these brave souls. I had 3 great-grandfathers and 2 grandfathers who served. Well, thank them for their service. And they served in the Canadian Army. Because, I think you're from British Columbia. Seduced by Silver, thank you. And thank you for all the Canadian vets as well. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Vote for truth. Here are chooses. Sal honors vets. Sal really honors vets. Sal super totally honors vets. Choose. Oh, hey, thanks, tricky guy. And thank you for the 3. It's the very least I can do because I myself haven't served, but I appreciate all those who have. They mean a lot to me, and I think to a lot of people out there. All right. Bob Hill, great video, Salivate. Happy Memorial Day to all. Thank you, Bob Hill. And Silver Wolverine, we're going to come upon these trolls here. All right, here's the first troll on how do you know you have too much silver. Gino816 says, his voice is annoying and I hate the intro music. However, I keep coming back. Shake my head. Well, we're glad you're back, and I annoy you, but you keep coming back. That's fine. So get a gold star in my book. There you go. JG Constantine says you have too much silver when it's too heavy for your large bank's safety box to be able to lift it by yourself. Thank you. Well, all right. Excellent Memorial Day message. Indeed, my friend, because freedom is not free and not all wounds are visible. That's right. Thank you, Massachusetts Prepper. God bless the willing, says Mr. Working Class AG. Thank you. All right. Down in New Mexico, my uncle was shot down and killed over the Black Sea in the winter of 1943 by Nazis. We have sympathizers marching the streets of America today. There aren't good people on both sides. Sad. I have a lot of gratitude for those who have gave all. Every day should be Veterans Day. Today's service people are tomorrow's veterans. Memorial Day is special. We will not forget. Peace and goodwill to all. Well said, Donald in New Mexico. And thank you to your uncle posthumously who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms in World War II. Very good. Thank you so much. Great message, Sal, says Silver Wolverine. Thank you. And you know what? I may have, let me see. I think that may have been the last trolling comment. Maybe there's not anymore. But I think maybe I did go through them all. How do you know when you have too much silver? Thank you, Johnny K. Easy. When you start buying it in 5 by 4 foot PVC tubes with sealed ends to bury. Easy. When you're hunting down some food or equipment, find a 100-ounce silver bar nearby that you didn't know anything about. How it got there, what year you bought it. It's a complete surprise. That's true. When you stop buying silver, start buying gold because it's denser, more dense. Good. When you've been stockpiling up for a decade, it's really hard to stop your Howard Hughes addiction. That's right. Chuck and Plata says, Sal, when you're saying thanks to all the veterans also for displaying the strikes I've never seen. Well, thank you. Oh, here's another troll comment. Silver Wolverine, are you still here? Here you go. Here's a very nice message. Go F your mommy, Sal. There you go. See, that's the kind of nice people that stop by from time to time. The cabal of plague of locusts are likely causing counterfeit foods by their own schemes. They love to dupe enough people into adopting crypto unbeknownst to the common man inside a Chinese counterfeiting ring. They want us trading in corporate paperless script in order for the Rothschilds with system. Don't think for a moment that China is anything different. As the cabal builds up empires, depletes their people, and moves to their successful like a plague of locusts. All right, well, thanks for your thoughts. Thank you to all of America's armed forces who are now fill the hollowest fields of battle. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Okay, Padelli. Let's see if there's any other comments. Okay, let's see here. Well, Tell you what, I'm going to save these for tomorrow. I might come on tomorrow too. I might come on tomorrow on my regular Tuesday. So let's just finish up here with you guys here on this side before we say goodnight. They have no reservation. They don't value humility like the rest of us. That's right, Dusty Rhodes. American Supertramp. Woo, good to see you, American Supertramp. David Argento. Some people I deal with on a daily basis, I feel like strangling. I hear you. Rude people amaze me. I don't get it. I know, me either. 9-year-olds Call of Duty more creative trolls than that. Yeah, exactly. Realize in second grade, 1951, I got a silver star on my forehead for some achievement and a gold star for very special best achievements. I was programmed for medals. There you go. All right. That's awesome. Nice. Got to remember, we live in an age where children have computers. That's true. David Bestman, Mark B. I'm looking for one that's set on some. I should look around and see if there's going on. Hey, Eric. Hey, all home late from the in-laws. I hope you had a good Memorial Day, my friend. Very good. Let's see here. All right. Some stands for there. Nice. One more month to go. Hi, Barbara. Good night, Mateo. Good night, Mateo, man. Nice to come home to friendly, familiar voices. Well, I'm glad you're okay, and I hope you have no more complications. I'm glad you're able to get taken care of quickly up there in Canada, and pray for speedy recovery and healing, and pain goes away soon, my friend. Glad you're okay. Thank you so much for coming by. Let's see here. Okay, very good. Let's see what's we got here. Oh, let's see. Okay, I want you guys to tell me, everybody mention a heavy metal band that you've never heard of before. Just tell me one band you've never even heard of before. Mention a band you've never heard of before. How's that? For a question. You know what I mean? Which means that it would be impossible to do because you never even heard of them before. Which means you'd have to make up the name. So in other words, if you told me cattle decapitation, I would instantly know that you've heard of them before because that is a real death metal band. Health Babe, good night, Sal. I might try to voice again if it's available tomorrow. Well, thank you, Health Babe. Yeah, if we get through these comments, because I might come on tomorrow, and if we don't have as many comments, we may do that. We may have you come back in. American Supertramp, the Salivate rounds back order. No, the back order only is until they accumulate enough orders to do a run of them. But don't let that prevent you if you're interested. And by the way, as a reminder, for those interested in the Fortitude rounds, they will be available only until this Thursday, which is the 31st. Whoa, took 8 hours to upload a 3-minute video once. Wow, that's crazy. Chris D is here, Wild Stallion. You have a good night, Health Babe, by the way. All right. Band of Salivation Nation. I've not heard of it. Hey, there we go. That's a good one, Health Babe. Overdrive, Mark B. Yeah, that's an actual band, too. The Ferdy Cats, Tricky Guy says. Who knows? Maybe, what's his name? Oh, shoot. Mark Cuban will come in and buy the remainder of the Fortitude rounds. Silver Sal and his crew of Hardys. Sal, why does Quoted Silver Bullion not have more rounds to offer? They were doing this series. They started out with the series, Anthony, with this old pieces of 8. And maybe they just didn't sell well. They used to do a lot of marketing on YouTube. And but I think they've had to cut back a little bit of it because they got a lot of business. And it was one of those things where growing, because they not only, it's Regency Mint and Quality Silver Bullion are essentially the same operation. One is the online store site of the other, and they do get a lot of orders, but it's one of those things where it's not enough to really justify getting, because I did get some new equipment and then pay that off and stuff like that is my guess, but you know, I don't know. So I'm hoping they will offer other pieces. I might ask and see. when I talk to them next time. Bachman Turner Overdrive. Yeah, I never heard of them. No. Buchanan Turner Overdrive. That'd be an interesting one. The Mothers of Invention. Yeah. Yeah, the trick is mentioning bands that you've never even heard of before. Oh, let's see here. Anyways, guys. Constant Death. Now that would be a good one. I don't know no, Armando, the Salivate Metal round or the Fortitude round, unfortunately, does not include shipping. Shipping is an extra cost with them, and I'm sorry about that. But yeah, they do charge. I mean, it's like $5 for one, I think, maybe a little bit more for two, but it does not include shipping. I'm sorry. Wolfman Sachs just ordered a pizza. Nice, have me over for some pizza and beers. That'd be nice. Megadeth. There you go, Mark B. Oh man, David A, keep us updated on that. If I do a live stream tomorrow, can you give me an update on what gas prices are there in the greater San Francisco area? Pink Floyd. All right. I want to name a band the Coffee Tros. There you go. Grim Reaper's Furballs. That'd be a good band name. Nick Sabbath. That'd be a great one. How about Testicular Toenail Fungus? That would be a great name for a band, wouldn't it? Hello, Silver Stacker. Good to see you. Sid Barrett. Get some Coke. Anthony G. Burns my nose. Yeah, exactly. Woofy. Colonic Stacker is here. Grinder. So if you were here, Deb would grill you some Johnsonville brats. Now that would be cool. That'd be nice. Oh, I'd love to try that. The Fake Push-Ups. There you go. That'd be a great band name. Queensryche. Seduced by Silver. There you go. Good band, by the way, Queensryche. Operation Mind Crime. Oh, McSabbath is a real band. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Mark B. Have a good afternoon. Appreciate you coming on. Ronnie James Dio when he sang for Black Sabbath. Yeah, Ronnie James Dio was good all around. He was good all the way around. Wall Crash Wolfman's Place. I think a good punk band name would be Last in Line. Yeah, also a Dio song. All right. Hey, how about this one for a band name? The Stacking Nerd will like this one. 8-Bit Thief instead of 2-Bit Thief. 8-Bit Thief. You know, like the old video games, 8-bit graphics. Somebody steals an 8-bit graphics video game. Neon Knights, yeah. Little Man with a Big Voice. That'd be a wild band name for sure. Hello, Silver Noob. We're getting ready to wrap things up here now. Yeah, we're getting closer. I've been on for about an hour and a half, if not more. But a chiptune group name. Yeah, there you go. 8-Bit Thief. Litterbox Surfers is another one. There you go, tricky guy. Smoothbox or Candlebox Corpse. That'd be a good one. Anthony G will get that one. Candlebox Corpse. Salivate the Beautiful Pieces. There you go, Chris D. I like that band name. Milk Spot and Death. I like that one. That'd be a good name. Had to Feed the Fam. LOL. Let's see here. Or the Penny Pinchers. Or how about the Paul Bullions instead of the Paul Bunyan? Humble Pie, Mark B says. Yeah, Litterbox Servers is a good one. United States Silver Reverse proof, United States Mint said. What do you think about it? Oh, you know what? I definitely didn't know they made one of those. I'll have to check that out. Did you get one, Silver Wolverine? I'll have to check that that video. Kill the bass player. I'll have to. It sounds like a SGT video. That one guy that does those videos. He hates bass players. Has a YouTube channel. Glenn Fricker. Tricky guy. If I convert my pre-65 silver for American 449s Buffalo, how much do I lose on exchange to my local dealer? How deep the gouge? What's the vig? You'll lose a lot probably. They'll offer you below spot for it and charge you over spot for the Buffaloes. Comes out this summer, no date yet. Okay, cool. All right. MS-70 Corpse. Surprised Anthony G didn't comment on my Candlebox Corpse band name. All right, guys, I'm gonna take off out of here. But it was a good live stream. I may swing back on tomorrow and do a little more comment review, and maybe if you guys are interested, we'll do a little hangout again for a little bit. That was kind of fun. Yes, thank you, Wolfman. And I really appreciate you coming on, my friend. Awesome. Enjoy your pizza. And you guys, all of you all, have a wonderful evening. MAGA, Make America Great Again. And have a good one. And take it easy. Mark B, thank you to Jackie Bear. All is one now. David Argento and Stacking Nerd. All you guys have a great night. Multitude of gratitude to you all. And remember, keep your feet on the stars and keep your feet on the ground. Wait a minute. That's 4 feet. Keep your feet on the stars and keep your head in the ground. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, the new Double Disc Overkill live album. What do you think of Candlebox Corpse for a band name, Anthony G? We'll keep it metal. All right, guys. All right. See you guys later. Multitude of gratitude and all that jazz. See you later. Bye-bye.